Stop whatever you're doing because today might go down as one of the wildest days in smartphone leak history. What if I told you we might already be looking at the very first real images of the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, months before launch? That's right, a supposed stolen prototype has just surfaced online, and the entire tech world is losing its mind. A user going by the name Hagyu may drop these photos, claiming they got their hands on an actual factory unit of the S26 Ultra. And at first glance, it doesn't look like your average Photoshop trick. When you check the About phone screen, it literally spells out Galaxy S26 Ultra complete with IMEI numbers, serial details, and dual SIM support. Everything about it screams authentic. But here's where things get even crazier. Flip to the back of the phone and you'll see 5 massive camera lenses plus extra sensors packed into the module. This could mean Samsung is secretly testing a brand new multi-lens setup or even an experimental AI-powered camera system that could change the game entirely. Now, of course, there's always the possibility that this is nothing more than a very high-quality clone. But if it is fake, let's be honest. It's one of the boldest, most convincing fakes we've seen in years. And if it's real, then Samsung is already deep into prototype testing and one of those ultra-secret devices just slipped into the wild. Either way, this leak is huge. Samsung fans, it's getting harder to keep the excitement alive. What was supposed to be the year of redemption for the Galaxy S26 Ultra might just turn into another round of disappointments. For months, leaks hinted at long-awaited upgrades, faster charging, better cameras, and the hope that Samsung would finally close the gap with its rivals. But the latest certifications out of China just crushed those dreams. Instead of moving forward with the rumored 60-watt charging, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is once again stuck at the same 45-watt speeds we had for years. No battery bump either. It's still 5,000 mAh, just like last year. Fans were hoping that at least one of these two things would change, but nope, Samsung is playing it safe yet again. And it doesn't stop there. The Galaxy S26 Pro and Galaxy S26 Edge, also disappointing. They'll remain locked at 25-watt charging, a number that feels ancient compared to what Chinese brands are pulling off right now. But let's talk cameras, because here's where the real firestorm begins. Ice Universe didn't hold back this time, blasting Samsung for copying Apple in all the wrong ways. He points out that while Samsung has been desperate to imitate Apple's strategy, the one thing they really needed, the 24-megapixel default camera mode, still isn't here. Instead, Samsung's default 12-megapixel output is still played with noise and fake sharpening, while Chinese rivals with massive 1-inch sensors deliver crisp, natural photos even when zoomed. Yes, Samsung has expert RAW with a 24-megapixel option, but it's way too slow for daily use. Meanwhile, brands like Xiaomi and Vivo are already doing this flawlessly. And then comes Apple. The iPhone 17 Pro just debuted with a jaw-dropping 8x telephoto lens, faster focus, brighter shots, more natural colors. Even Ice Universe admits this is the kind of massive leap that Samsung's camera team is probably scrambling in panic to copy right now. So what are we left with? An S26 Ultra that refuses to move forward in charging speeds, sticks with the same old battery and cameras that continue to lag behind Apple and the Chinese competition. Samsung seems stuck in a cycle. Imitate Apple, avoid the hard work, and settle for half-baked progress. But there is a silver lining. The Galaxy S26 Pro, unlike its Ultra sibling, may actually be the one to bring fresh excitement this year. We're hearing whispers of sleeker dimensions, improved build, and a design refresh that makes it feel like a true next-gen Galaxy. And with Samsung reportedly reorganizing its lineup, ditching the confusing overlap between Pro and Plus, this could be the moment where the S26 Pro shines brighter than expected. The problem? If Samsung keeps playing catch-up while Apple and Chinese brands sprint ahead, fans may start asking the hard question. Is the Galaxy S26 Ultra already dead on arrival? A shocking new leak suggests that Samsung's so-called Pro model may not even deserve the Pro name. And trust me, this is going to spark some serious debate. According to Ice Universe, the Galaxy S26 Pro is bringing only 2 major upgrades over its predecessor, a brand new primary camera and an upgraded 50-megapixel ultra-wide sensor, up from 12-megapixel in the Galaxy S25. Beyond that, the 10-megapixel telephoto camera stays the same, the display is still full HD+, and overall, it feels like Samsung isn't pushing the boundaries here. So does the Pro label really fit? But that's not all. Charging speeds have also been revealed, and it's a mixed bag. Both the Galaxy S26 Pro and S26 Edge are sticking with 25-watt wired charging, the exact same as last year. Sure, you'll still get up to 50% in 30 minutes and a full charge in about an hour, But with the Galaxy S26 Ultra rumored to jump to blazing 60-watt charging, fans were hoping for at least 45-watt on the smaller models. Unfortunately, not happening. And here's where the comparison gets even more brutal. Apple's iPhone 17 lineup already charges faster. The iPhone 17, 17 Pro, and 17 Pro Max all support 40-watt fast charging, while even the iPhone Air manages 27-watt. Not to mention, Apple has 25-watt wireless charging, which Samsung's Pro and Edge can't match. In other words, Samsung's Pro feels anything but Pro here. Now let's talk about the Ultra, because things get even more controversial. According to Ice Universe, Samsung's been recycling the same 50-megapixel telephoto sensor for years, and the Galaxy S26 Ultra will keep using it again, just like the S24 Ultra and S25 Ultra before it. In fact, he claims Samsung may stick with this sensor all the way through the S27 Ultra. 4 years with the same camera hardware, that's a huge disappointment for a phone that's supposed to set the standard. To make matters worse, leaks also suggest the 3x telephoto shooter might actually get downgraded, dropping to a smaller 10-megapixel sensor. That's right, the Ultra might lose camera quality instead of gaining it. No wonder Ice Universe has been openly frustrated. He even started a Change.org petition demanding Samsung overhaul its camera division leadership. So here's the real question. Is Samsung playing it too safe? The Galaxy S26 Ultra may still bring beastly upgrades like faster charging and Galaxy AI features, but the Pro and Edge models are starting to look like half steps forward, while Apple keeps pressing harder. The competition has never been this fierce, and 2025 could be the year where Samsung's decisions finally catch up to them. But what do you think? Does the Galaxy S26 Pro deserve its name? Or is Samsung saving all the real power for the Ultra? According to Ice Universe, Samsung's Ultra now carries a 4.5mm camera bump, nearly double the thickness of the Galaxy S25 Ultra at just 2.4mm. Combine that with the 7.9mm body thickness, and you get a design where the camera module literally towers over the frame. Now, Samsung claims the reason is simple: a larger aperture main camera and a reworked telephoto lens setup. On paper, that sounds promising: more glass, bigger optics, and potentially much better photos. But here's the shocker. Despite all this extra room, Samsung is still using a tiny 1/2.5 2-inch telephoto sensor at 50 megapixel. That's officially the smallest telephoto sensor in any flagship by 2026. Ice Universe didn't hold back, even suggesting Samsung's camera manager should resign. And it's not just about hardware. Ice Universe also revealed the Galaxy S26 Ultra will weigh just 217 grams, making it lighter than previous Ultra models. That's impressive, but weight isn't the biggest concern right now. The real debate in the Samsung community is about cameras. Because here's the truth. Samsung used to be the leader in mobile photography. But in the past few years, frustrations have been piling up. Fans and reviewers keep pointing out the same issues: shutter lag, crushed shadows, weak night shots, over-sharpened details, and inconsistent skin tones. Meanwhile, rivals like Apple, Huawei, Vivo, and Xiaomi are pushing forward with more advanced imaging systems.